Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, my first video. I am JRPG Nerd 23, and today I decided to start with something simple, just a little tier list about one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy 6. So I'm basically just gonna rank them on how I feel they would, on where I would put them, and what I personally think about them in general. Six is a fun game. I really liked it. So I just decided to do this. So we're gonna start with Terra, who I consider the protagonist. Uh, she's a good character. She has the trance ability, which increases her magic and stuff, so she can deal even more magical damage. And she's overall a good character. She can be a mix of both physical and magic as well, which does bump her up a bit. So and you do get her early on, so that's a plus. And she can learn magic naturally, but you can just use espers to get more magic, so it's better just to do that. And she has a good magic stat, I believe. I'd put her in S. She's a good character, and you have her for a good chunk of the game. And she's really fun to have in your party, so I'd put her in S. Next, we got Locke. Now, Locke is one of my favorite characters in the game. So, he's really good. He has the steal command, so he can steal items in battle, and it can eventually be upgraded to Mug if you get the right relic. And he can use the Master Scroll and the Genji Glove to just deal massive damage, which is just insane if you have the proper equipment on. He's got good agility, so he'll obviously be going first a lot more often than other characters will, which definitely bumps him up. And overall, he's just a fun character to have on your team, honestly. Um, the only thing I could really say that he's lacking in is probably like magic. He doesn't really have the best magic stat, but honestly, his agility and steel can definitely make up for it, along with the proper relics too. So, uh, I'll put him in A. Yeah, I think A is a good place for him. Okay. Next we got Edgar. Now, Edgar is another early party member that you get in the game, and to be honest, his tools are pretty broken. I mean, there's Chainsaw, which does huge damage, and it has a chance to instant KO somebody inside a battle. He's got Flash, which is, I'm pretty sure it's non-elemental magic, so you could give him the earring relic and just increase the damage, or if you wanted to, you could just boost physical his physical strength with the hyper wrist and relic. um what other stuff does he have? He does have the noise blaster, which is pretty much just a better confuse in a way, I'd say. um he's got the auto crossbow, which is good early game, but honestly it kind of pales in comparison to the Flash, at least in my opinion. And he's also a pretty good Dragoon, I'd say. I usually use him as a Dragoon alongside Mog, so he can be a pretty good Dragoon at times if you go that route with him, but you don't have to. And I mean, he has pretty good physical stats and defense as well, if I remember correctly. I mean, overall, it's pretty good. Only problem is, I'd say he's kind of slow, but considering all the tools he has and that the fact that you could make him a dragoon if you wanted to, eh, I think that's worthy of another S. Honestly, I like that about him. Um, Next we got Sabin, and Sabin is another early game character. You get him early in World of Balance and in World of Ruin, which is great because he's another strong physical attacker, and he has the Blitz abilities, which I'm pretty sure majority of them are magical, if I remember correctly, and some are physical, because he's got Aura Cannon, which is Holy Elemental. He's got I don't remember. I think it was Rising Phoenix. That was like a fire elemental type of blitz, and he's got pretty good agility too, actually, if I remember correctly, because I remember him being a bit more a bit fast, actually. So there's that going for him. He's got good physical damaging output, and you can give him pretty good magical output as well if you give him earrings. But personally, I like him a bit more as a physical attacker. So, but that's me personally. That's what I like to do. But yeah, overall, Sabin is just a freaking powerhouse. He just chews through everything. And Sabin, yeah, definitely worthy of another S. He's he's gotten you get him pretty early. He's pretty strong in the physical department and magical too, if you use the proper relics. So he's pretty good. So yeah, S tier. Um, Celeste. Mm, Celeste is kind of in a similar placement with Terra, but only only downside is her other special ability, Runic. It just absorbs magic, but honestly, I don't really use it that much. I mean, it's kind of situational. It's a situational type of thing, honestly. So, Runic is okay, but I definitely say her magic makes up for it a lot, because she's another one of the um strong magical users in the game. So if you give her proper equipment, she can just tear through things with her magic, with different spells and abilities, and she can also learn magic naturally as well with Terra. So she's pretty good. She's pretty much just on par with Terra, but honestly, Runic brings her down a little bit, so I'll put her in A. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Next is Cyan, and Cyan is another physical attacker. He has the Bushido, if that's how you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it. It's Bushido is it's it's pretty good if if you have the patience to wait out the timer and stuff, but it's kind of risky. And another thing is he's pretty slow, so that can kind of bring it down a little bit. I know Pixel Remaster, I'm pretty sure it gets rid of the timer. I don't know if it's like a delayed thing or instantly or not, but honestly, when I did Pixel Remaster, which I'm still doing right now currently, um there wasn't exactly like a little meter thing like how it is in SNES or GBA version. But still, very slow, but he can hit pretty hard. I mean, he doesn't have a good magic stat either, so I can't really say that magic could make up for his slowness, but physical strength does kind of make up for it, though. B. Oops. Okay. Oh man, it messed it up. Oh well. Moving on. We got Shadow next. Shadow is a ninja, kinda. He's. I wouldn't say he's kind of like Law. He's slightly different. He has the agility and He has the agility and decent physical damage, but he also has the throw ability, so he can just throw out items and dish a lot of damage, just deal a lot of damage with shurikens, which is pretty good. And he can use the thieves knife to steal, but you're honestly just better off using lock to steal items. He's pretty good. He's I'll put him in A. Actually, no, B. Yeah, B. I think that's a good spot for him. Next is Gao. Gao has the rage ability, so he can use other monster abilities in combat, which is honestly kind of broken. Let's be real. You can use other monster abilities inside of combat, and if you use the right rages, you can deal some massive damage. Only downside is the fact that he becomes uncontrollable when he uses his rages. But then again, it's still really good just to have in your party. And for that, it's worthy of an S. Yeah, that definitely feels right. Next is Mog. Mog has the dance abilities, which has a variety of different effects like healing and offense and defense. And the dances, they're okay. I don't use them a lot. I don't use the dances a lot, but they were okay when I do use them. But he's still a bit of a beast, though, because you can make him a Dragoon as well, along with Edgar. And there's a specific piece of equipment that you could give him, and that could just make him a physical tank, a physical and magical tank. I don't remember what it's called, but it was like a really strong piece of equipment. I think it's like the snow scarf or something. You could give him that and make him beastly, and that 100% boost him up. He's just Mog is kind of insane, honestly. He's pretty good. And the dances, I like some of them. They're not that bad. So I'm kind of torn between A and S. I'll put him in A for now. If I decide to change my mind, I might put him in S because honestly, Mog is kind of worthy of it. Okay. Oh my god, I just realized I skipped Stetzer. Whoops. Okay. So Stetzer. Stetzer has the slots ability, which there's different types. There's like Joker's Death, Prismatic Flash, and Dive Bomb, just to name a few. And the slots can be pretty strong actually, because if you can pull off a Joker's Death, you could just wipe out enemies in the field because I'm pretty sure it ignores death immunity and stuff like that. And if I remember correctly, Strago can learn level 5 death from that ability, but that's just what I've seen. Um, it's Stetzer is a risk over reward type of character in a way because you never exactly know what you're gonna get unless you know how to like properly time the slot slots to what you want specifically. But it's still pretty strong, and his weapons, they're pretty good. Fixed dice is pretty good. If I remember correctly. Um, and I don't remember what his stats were, but I think his magic is okay, or his luck, or something along those lines. I could be wrong, but yeah, he's Stetzer is a decent character. Um, as for placement, maybe A. Yeah, maybe A. I can see that. Um, it yeah, yeah, A. Actually, I've decided I'm gonna put Mog in S. I like him. Okay. Next we have Realm. Um, Realm has the sketch ability, which I think it like replicates a one enemy attack or something like that, and she can also learn control from a specific relic, which is useful for learning lores and stuff. Um, she also has the highest base magic stat, if I remember correctly, which makes her a pretty powerful magic powerhouse. So, so kind of just chew through, chew through enemies and bosses if you give her um, magic boosting equipment and stuff like that. So she has really good magic, and she can control. She can use control or sketch, which makes her a really solid mage. Just like a really solid mage. And I think she has good agility too, actually. So yeah, she's like a solid mage. Um, and because of that, definitely S. Definitely. I I don't have to hesitate with that. Okay, next is Strago. Strago has the lore command, and there are like several different types of lores. I don't remember all of them. Um, some of them are good, and some of them are bad. The lores they're okay at best, honestly. Um, he's an okay mage, but I'd say he pales in comparison to Realm. Not to say that lures are bad or anything, because he has some pretty decent ones. I think he has Mighty Guard, which applies Protect and Shell, if I remember correctly. Um, he has decent magic, so it's definitely better that you make him a mage if you want to like get the most out of him. Um, he doesn't have good physical attack because he's a mage. Um, he's okay. He's not that bad. Um, I'll put him in B. Yeah, B. Okay. Next we got Go-Go, and I I think we majority of us can agree that he just belongs in S. Go-Go can equip literally any equipment in the game. He can equip majority of he can equip all of the party members' abilities. So you could give him Blitz, um, Lures, just base magic, sketch, anything. He's basically like a secondary version of any of your party members, really. So he has a whole arsenal that just allows him to chew through practically anything if you give him the right abilities. Like, he has so many possibilities of things that you could do with him that just makes him extremely broken in 6. So you could make him a physical powerhouse, you could make him a magical powerhouse, you could probably do both if you wanted to. Just give him the right equipment. So yeah, I definitely say S for Go-Go. And then finally we have Umaro. Umaro is a berserker. Um he's not the best, honestly. I don't When I first played, I didn't really use him, and I don't think I might occasionally use him for when I'm grinding or something in a Pixel Remaster. Um, he's okay. I mean, I don't really see myself using him that much because there are like better options for powerhouses like Sabin or Edgar or Locke. Probably, I guess you could say Cyan too if you wanted, but overall he's okay. There is one redeeming quality about him though. He is able to attack when Cyan is using his Bushido. So while you're charging up, Umaro can attack and deal damage. So you're not just sitting there and letting the enemies just wear you down while the gauge is just slowly filling up. So there is that as a redeeming quality. But his relics aren't that bad. They do some pretty good damage. I mean, Umaro is a physical powerhouse, but you can control him, which heavily weighs him down, in my opinion. He's not really like someone I would just constantly have in my party, but he's an occasionally good character. I'll say that. Um, so I'll put him in. Let's see. Only reason he's in C is because of his benefits of having Cyan in your party and that he can attack while Cyan is using Bushido, so you're at least doing some damage while it's charging up instead of just doing absolutely nothing. But other than that, he's kind of okay. I don't see myself using him that much. But yeah. So this is the end of my little video. I don't know if this is gonna pop off or not, but I just thought it would be fun to like review one of my favorite games and talk about their its characters, because 6 is a really fun game, and I'm glad that I get to play it again because of Pixel Remaster, and I'm probably gonna be doing a lot more playthroughs just because the game is really fun. But yeah, this is my tier list. If you have anything you want to say about it or comment about it, feel free to do so. I don't mind. I'd like to see what you guys think about each and every one of these characters, like if you would place Maru higher or not. But yeah, this is JRPG Fan 23 signing off. See ya.